everybody, Advanced64 here, and welcome to the next episode of Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we got through Petalburg Woods, and in this episode, we're going to continue on and see what we can find up if we head up north here. Maybe we'll find our next town, this Rustboro city that our dad told us we were going to go see. We got ourselves a trainer battle right here with our last Haley right over here. And she's got a Lotad too, so I believe, yes, I got Jam out in front, so okay, it's gonna be a Lotad battle right here. Although, I think I should have the upper hand since I taught Bullet Seed the Jam in the last episode. So, we should be able to hit, I was going to say hit Lotad a lot of times, but then I only hit him like twice, so. Although that was more damage than Astonish, I'll give it that. At least, I think it was. But, alright, let's see, hopefully Bullet Seed, okay, Bullet Seed did hit warded 2 times, well, can I get, okay, 3 is not bad, but I would like maybe 4 or 5? In fact, I'd really like 5, alright, so here we go. Gambling again. Bullet Seed is a really good move, though. Pretty much every grass Pokemon that you can get at this point in this game will be able to learn Bullet Seed, and if you don't even want to use any of these grass types, there's other grass types down the road that will be able to learn Bullet Seed, so not a bad move at all. If you need an extra damaging move on a grass type, I would definitely recommend it. I'm probably going to just absorb this next, as this next hit. Oh, actually, one thing I just glossed over right back there, if you remember in the last episode, I gave an Oranberry to my Jam, and because I got to low enough of a threshold, I believe it's less than half health, you will eat your berry, and in this case I ate my Oranberry and gained 10 health, and that's what Oranberries do. Oh, this next Pokemon's a Shroomish. I didn't mean to switch out, but I do want to show off Deku a bit, so might as well. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah, it's Shroomish. I was gonna say, let's see what we got, but we already know what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and Quick Attack. Quick Attack and Pound have the same base power, so neither of them should do any more stronger than each other. It's just one's a little bit faster. Quick Attack will almost always move first, unless someone's like using like Protect or something. Then it probably wouldn't. But Quick Attack's still a really good move. Deku is just a really fast Pokemon, so Pound and Quick Attack pretty much have the same effect as we do right now. $96, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Let's go move on. And if you don't actually have 2 Pokemon here, you can walk by these trainers perfectly fine. These trainers will never fight you if you have just 1 Pokemon. You can just walk right under them. They won't like do the explanation parts where they're like, oh, it's you, I'm gonna fight you. They're actually going to be like, they'll just let you pass. If you talk to them, they're like, we don't fight people with only 1 Pokemon, that's not fair. So, if you want to get by these guys real quick and just have 1 Pokemon, which is perfectly fine by this point in the game, you don't need 2 Pokemon. The only reason I have 2 is because I really like Lotad. But, alright, neat little thing about these 2 twins is that they got a Lotad and Seedot, which Lotad is the Pokemon that you would find if you're playing Sapphire in Route of 103. But if you're playing Ruby, you would find Seedot. Now we actually found Lotad here, and we're playing Pokemon Emerald, but Seedot, if you remember, was not available over in that route, or at least we did never encounter one. I believe Seedot is actually available on that route, but it's very rare. It's even rarer than routes. It's 1% encounter, but this is only an Emerald. It's not like this in Sapphire. You just straight can't find Seedot at all. However, there is one other way of getting a Seedot that I will actually be showing off relatively soon. Oh, did not get a chance to even look at that move going off. The move that right now that Seedot is using is called Bind, which isn't a horrible move. The thing about Bind is that once you use it, you charge up damage for 3 turns. So as soon as you use Bind, all the damage that you're receiving dealt to your HP, by the 3rd turn you're going to be dealing back double to the Pokemon that you're using it against. So if you use Bind and you get hurt, like, 5 damage the first turn, and then maybe 8 damage the next turn, so that's 13 damage in total. The third turn, when the Pokemon actually moves, it'll be doing 26 damage to the other guy. Put it in perspective. We talked to this old lady over here, she'll talk about berries, but she's also got something cool. Chesto Berry. Now, Chesto Berries are pretty nice because Chesto Berries will wake us up if any of our Pokemon are sleeping. And that is really, really good, because if Pokemon are sleeping, they can straight not move at all unless you're using Snore, and that's about it. And Sleep Talk, but that's not even until, I think, the end of the game. So, not really gonna happen. Oh, you don't know me? Yeah, you're not really a Pokemon specialist. Mostly, it's more water Pokemon, like gym leaders, like Misty. Misty's probably who I'd think about at first. This guy, you can totally just ignore this guy if you totally want to. This is one of the fights I'm definitely going to be speeding through because this guy has a very nice surprise for us, as in he's got nothing but Magikarps. And all these Magikarps are just level 5, 6, and 7, so slightly stronger Magikarps as you go. And Magikarps stink because they can't do anything. They just splash until level 15 where they can learn Tackle, and they're not even good at that. So, oh, nice. We did actually level up from actually beating this guy, so that wasn't so bad. Normally, when you fight anybody with a Magikarp, they're not going to give you much experience. Like, as you saw with us beating those guys, like, that was a trainer Pokemon, and we got only 20 experience. And if you don't know, you actually get more experience for beating up Pokemon trainer Pokemon than wild Pokemon. So, yeah, Magikarps, never train on those guys, ever. They're absolutely terrible, there's no reason why you should. They're like, literally any other Pokemon will do. But, there are uses to using Magikarp on its own. There's a couple houses I do want to show off here. I don't think this is one of them, but I'm curious what they say. For my own Pokemon, I give them perfectly suited nicknames. It's my expression of originality. Yes, that's it. Okay, what's this Pikachu? Pikachu. Very original. I want to give that guy a gold star. But giving the name Pikachu to a Pikachu, it seems pointless. I suppose it's a good use of a name, but that's easy to understand, but... I mean, yeah, it's literally you just change the I and E, but I mean, hey, Pikachu! It can probably take off, maybe. What's in here? This is the Pokemon Trainer School. We actually want to stop here real quick. Let's see what we got in here. No one... Oh, actually, there is one person over here. I believe this is the sunglasses guy that we stopped us over in Petalburg City. Yeah, this is Scott. Hello! Didn't we meet before? I think back in Petalburg City. Let me introduce myself. My name's Scott. I've been traveling everywhere in search of our outstanding trainers. More specifically, I'm looking for Pokemon battle experts. So what brings you to this school? Are you a trainer too? The first thing you should do is when you have a Pokemon is learn to move Cut. If I remember correctly, someone in this town has Cut. Oh, thank you very much, Scott. We're going to keep that in mind. I believe these guys are doing a trade if we do a talk to these guys, but if we talk to the teacher here, he's doing more important stuff. He's checking on the students. Students who don't study get a little taste of my Quick Claw. Whether or not you are a good student, it will be evident from the way you use this item. I thought you needed that to, like, whip children, sir. But alright, thank you for the Quick Claw. And the Quick Claw is really nice. It's actually an item that we can give to our Pokemon. And as long as they hold it, I might as well give it to Jam, why not? They have a now 20% chance to always move first in battle, even if they don't outspeed the other person. I'm trading Pokemon with my friend right now. What's your friend got? I always want a Seedot, and I'm finally getting one. You know, I also want a Seedot. If only there was a way that we could also get that. Oh, this person's talking about confusion, but there's nothing really important in trainer school because everything you can just kind of learn out in the field. It's more fun to kind of do that, in my opinion. Plus, I also have played Pokemon for more, like, really, really long time. Like, 15 years or so. So, yeah, I don't really need trainer school no more. I'm gonna, this is the PC. I don't know if I've ever showed this off, but I want to get this guy real quick for a certain reason. Basically, PCs are just so if you have more than 6 Pokemon, your 7th Pokemon will be sent to the PC, and you can also deposit any Pokemon that you don't want to use back there as well. Is there anything in this house? I don't think this is the house. That's the right one. Roxanne, the gym leader, really knows a lot about Pokemon. She's really strong too. In this anime, I believe she's actually the teacher in the trainer school instead of that guy with the Quick Claw. Probably better off because with this teacher, this dude goes around and whips you with a claw. I don't even think that's like. I think that's like pretty much a deadly weapon. That's like a pointy little object, and you're like whacking that into children. It's not really a person I want to be teaching my child. But if we go right over here, if we talk to this guy, huh? My Pokemon is cute. Sure, I knew that. But if you really want, I'm willing to trade it to you. I'll trade you my Seedot for a route if you want. Now, you might have been wondering why I caught this route. I caught this guy off screen, so that I can show this off. This is an in-game trade. See, back in the old days, you could trade with Pokemon with other people. Of course, you could do this nowadays as well, but I mean, like, that's what that little wireless thing on the back is for. That's helping with trades. But there was no real way of really helping show that off. Like, just kind of with this, because I don't really have people to trade to, but way around that was in-game trades. See, Seedot was that really hard encounter I told you can get on 103, and now we got it. That Seedot is now level 4, it's called Dots. We cannot change this name, so it's always going to be Dots. It's actually got a Chesto Berry, which I'm going to take. A thing to note, any Pokemon that you trade to an in-game trade Pokemon, that level of the Pokemon that you're getting is going to be exactly the same as the Pokemon I gave him. So if you remember, that Ralts was level 4, and now we got a level 4 Seedot in like replacement. If our Ralts was level 5 Seedot in return, and etc, etc. Level 100 Ralts, level 100 Seedot, you know. So, let me go ahead and put this guy back. Seedot's not a bad Pokemon, actually. I much prefer Lotad more, but, before I, like, never gave that dude a chance, but I actually used him in a Ruby playthrough recently, and he was really, really fun. We got one more stop while we're here in the city. Let's go talk to this guy. That's a determined expression. That's a limber way you move. And you're well-trained Pokemon. You're obviously a skilled trainer. No, wait. Don't say a word. I can tell by just looking at you. I'm sure that you could put this in the machine to good use. No need to be modest or shy. Go on and take it. And finally, we got HM01. We put that away in our TM and HM slots. Alright, so HM01 is cut, and HM moves that we teach to our Pokemon are actually things that are used in the field. So now we can cut down trees. There was actually one over back down there. I believe that's Route 104, but I can't exactly remember correctly. Let's go ahead and show off our HM right here. A good thing to note, HMs are different from TMs in the fact that if you remember us using the TM bullet seed in the last episode, it got used up right off the bat. But Cut is still here. Cut will never go away. All HMs can be used multiple times and with no downsides at all, except for one. You see, now that the Zigzagoon has Cut, it will not be able to forget it. So if it learns another move and it tells you to forget 4 moves, one of those 4 moves cannot be cut, or any other HM move. HM moves had that downside in mind. I'll definitely show up that more in the future once there are more HM moves that we have to deal with, and also just that we're gonna have to learn another move to try getting rid of the thing. We're definitely gonna have like a point of that, but alright. Rustboro City is really nice. That's like the main thing that we can do right here, but this is one of my more favorite routes in the game because there are so many good Pokemon here. More just kind of fun Pokemon. One Pokemon in particular here, I pick up almost every playthrough, but this this is one of the fun Pokemon. This is Abra. Abra is in the if you remember from the first generation, is in this game as well. It evolves into Kadabra and Alakazam if you can trade Kadabra with a friend. It's not a bad Pokemon at all. However, you do not want to attack this guy. That is very important because, you see, Abra only has one move, and it is Teleport. If you go one round with Abra, Abra is gonna run away. So, I did not catch Abra there. You have to just throw a ball in the first turn and hope it works. I did not get it. Abra just flees away. Alright, that's a little sad. We don't have a Great Ball, and I probably wasn't even going to be using that Abra, to be perfectly honest. There is a really nice way of working around Abra not having any moves, if you were interested on using it later on, because there's a TM that you can get that can actually help learn a nice move, and to eventually where it evolves to Kadabra to get Confusion. Because Abra only knows Teleport, but until it evolves... Once it's Kadabra, it will have Confusion and everything. But you can teach TMs to Abra, and the earliest one is a move called Thief that I'll show up once we get in a little bit. Tailo here is a really nice Pokemon. It's actually one of the Pokemon I almost always pick up, like, almost every single time I play Pokemon, like Emerald or Ruby or Sapphire. Tailo is just one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. So why am I not picking up one right now? Well, personally, I think I might catch one just for utility. There is actually one other flying Pokemon that I really want to actually use because I want to show off another feature in this game called Friendship that I'll get more into a little bit later once it's more important. But I'm sure most of you already watching probably know what Friendship is, but in case you don't, I want to do some segments on what that would be, and you might even guess what Pokemon I'm trying to get because of the because it evolves by Friendship. This guy, I don't know if he looks down. A good way of checking where trainers run, I mean, look, is... I just messed up. But if you run, a trainer that can look around will look into your to your direction immediately. And, ooh, I do not have Absorb. I'm gonna use Bullet Seed on this guy instead. So it's good to know if you're trying to pass by a trainer and you don't want to fight him, do not run by him, because he will look at you, or he or she, depending on the trainer's gender. But just don't run by trainers. It's never gonna end well for you. This Pokemon right here is a really neat little Pokemon called Whismur. It's a normal type, but it's got a little bit more functionality than Zigzagoon. Its whole thing is that it's kind of more offensive-based on the physical spectrum and special attack spectrum. Kind of like how Torchic was. It's supposed to be a mixed attacker, but it doesn't have a lot of defense in turn. A good thing about Whismur is that it can learn pretty much almost, not every TM move, but a good amount, like, at least, like, 40 of, like, 50 of them, so there's a lot of, like, versatility that a Whismur can get, and Whismur is just not at all a bad Pokemon. If there's, like, a slot on your team that you feel like something is missing, it can probably be filled by a Whismur. Whismur is not at all a bad Pokemon. It's just kind of just one of those, if you want it, it won't do you wrong, but if you want other Pokemon, they'll probably do good as well. There's not really any bad Pokemon here, except, well, one, but I'll show that off in a wee bit. I don't know if there's any other Pokemon. There's two Pokemon I still want to show off in this route that we have not seen yet, so I'm gonna see if I can try to get that out real quick. I'll be right back as soon as I do. Oh, as soon as I say that, we get Nikita. Nikita is exactly the Pokemon that I was trying to look for. I'm gonna go ahead and try to weaken it and see if I can catch it. See, Nikita is a very, very special Pokemon. It's a ground and bug Pokemon, but it's super unique in the way that it evolves. That just no other Pokemon has ever been does it anything like that. I'm gonna need to catch another Nikita because of that critical hit, but basically, I just want to catch. I'm actually gonna catch a Nikita, not to use it in this playthrough because I personally don't like using them, but I do want to show off why Niceda's really cool. So I'm gonna go right back to when I do find Niceda, and hopefully we'll actually catch it that time around. We don't get a critical hit. Okay, another Niceda. This one's a little bit higher level, so I guess it makes it easier on me in the long run, but ooh, it's using Leech Life now. Alright, I mean, that's better in case I get, you know, a critical hit, but I'd rather not die like that. I think I only have Ziggy. Oh no! Okay, this is a bad situation. Pokeball, go! Okay, Ziggy, come on. The Ziggy strats, come on, Ziggy strats! Yes! Got the Niceda. Alright. Oh my god, Ziggy helped out so much there. Thank you, Ziggy. Okay. Niceda, the trainee Pokemon. It's based off of the cicada bug things in Japan. I'm actually gonna see if I can. I'm probably gonna spell this wrong. It's just cicada. And that's what I'm gonna call you. It's probably spelled entirely wrong, and I just completely butchered it, and everybody who ever likes cicadas will hate me forever now, but that's what we got. We got a cicada here, Niceda cicada, and he's got a nice move called Compound Eyes, which gives more accuracy on most moves. You can see accuracy right here on the bottom. You can also see base power, but most moves always have 100 accuracy, and they'll never miss unless you get hit by like a move like Sand Attack. But just in case, this dude's got a little bit more accuracy onto that 100. So if you do get hit by a Sand Attack, this dude's still probably gonna hit like 100% of the time. So Compound Eyes is definitely not a bad ability at all. I'm gonna head down to a Pokemon Center and heal. There is one other Pokemon that I would like to show off in this episode if I can while we're in that route. So I'm actually gonna cut back to that Pokemon because I feel like it's just a really nice Pokemon that a lot of people like looks-wise, but it's not really a fun Pokemon to use. That's just my thought on it. But we'll get to that once I get there. Oh, there it is! Okay, there we go. This is a Skitty. Skitty is really nice. Probably reminds you a little bit of Meowth, because it's just, you know, another cat Pokemon, but I personally like Skitty a little bit more just because it's a little bit more cute. Although, I like Meowth in the show, because Meowth is super, super funny. I won't put Meowth down. Meowth is a classic, but this Skitty is super cute, and that's really all I can say about it. Skitty otherwise sucks. It sucks really bad. It's not a good Pokemon. In fact, I'd actually rather use a Meowth over Skitty, but Skitty is super cute, and I really wanted to show it off because certain people I know really like Skitty, and if you wanted a Skitty, it's on this route. It's just a 2% encounter, I believe, so it's super, super hard to find. It took me like another 10 minutes just to find the Skitty, but hopefully we will be able to catch it. I believe it has a little bit lower of a catch rate than the other Pokemon. Okay, there we go, we got the Skitty. Alright. I could just call it Kitty, but maybe I should put a little bit more fun into it. I can't think of any cats right now for some reason. So we're gonna call you Whiskers if there's enough room. Let's see. Hopefully there's enough room. I'm trying to remember how to spell Whiskers because I am terrible at spelling. But yes, Whiskers. And we got ourselves a Skitty. Only cool thing I will say about Skitty, I don't know if it has the move yet. It does not. It only has a track, not a bad move, but it eventually gets a move called Assist, which is, I believe, exclusive to Skitty at this point. And it's a pretty cool move that whenever you use Assist, it will take one of the moves from the Pokemon in your other party. So basically, it'll look through all these guys' moves and use one at random. So it's pretty cool. So like, you can get your Skitty using like Absorb or like Hyper Beam if you have like a Rayquaza in your like party or something. But it's just a really cool move, and I thought maybe you guys would like to see it. And also see Skitty where it would be if you ever wanted to catch a Skitty. Personally, I think I'm gonna get off here. If you actually noticed there, I actually did end up catching ourselves a Tailo that I ended up calling Falco. You know, A. Einstein, I'm on your side. But, that was really funny. It was just kind of running around trying to find his Halo, and, like, I just threw a ball at it, and it worked, and I was like, okay, sure, now we have Halo, and that's how it worked. I don't mind, cause maybe there's gonna be a point where we're gonna need to fly at some point. In fact, you know what, maybe I'm gonna actually put this guy in the party for a while. Why not? Why not? Cause this guy's actually got a flying type move, and we got 2 grass types and 1 normal type that can't even fight. So maybe a flying type move is exactly what we need to help us out. I just realized we healed again for absolutely no reason, but we're gonna go ahead and run back out. And there's one more thing to do. We're not going to heal again. Please, Nurse Joy, I'm sorry. I just need to go. I wanted to make sure my Pokemon were healthy. But now they are. I'm gonna go over here, and it's the Pokemon Gym. So in the next episode, we're gonna do that. Thank you very much for watching for this episode, though, and watching me go through Rustboro here. We got to show off a trade, in-game trade. We got, I would say we got a new member on the team, and technically we do with Falco, but he's just kind of there for show. And if we we need a flyer later on, which we'll get to once we get Fly itself, I'm sure. But thank you very much for watching this episode. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Hello everybody, just one more real quick. If you don't care for any extras, you can click off this episode right now. This is all finished. However, I just wanted to show off one extra thing. Remember how I was telling you how Cicada, or Nincada, evolved a little bit strangely? Well, I want to show that off right now at this end of this episode. Before you level up Cicada to level 20, make sure that you have at least 1 open slot, like how I only have 5 Pokemon on your team. As long as you have at least just 1 open slot, so even if I did not have any of these guys, then that would be alright. But just keep that in mind. And also, one more thing, as long as you have 1 of these Pokeballs, just normal Pokeball, I believe it is just normal Pokeball because that's always how it ends up getting out, but you just need at least 1 normal Pokeball in 1 open space. And then now let's go ahead and level up Cicada real quick. Just wonder what we get. Tailo right here. Tailo's a little bit harder to take out with Cicada, but we are like 13 levels higher than it, so that helps. Alright, there we go. So Cicada is going to be able to get enough experience and level up right here. So we got to level 20. So Cicada is going to evolve. What? Cicada's evolving? Oh boy, here we go. Might not call Pokemon what they're actually supposed to be, because it's definitely confusing. I'm trying to there's points I'm trying to say Nikita, and I accidentally say Cicada, and I'm like, no, that's not right. But here we go. For evolving your Nincada, you will get Ninjask. And Ninjask is kind of a really neat Pokemon because it's super fast. It's one of the most fastest Pokemon in the game, and it actually has an ability called Speed Boost that will actually boost its speed every turn that it's out. So after you use a move on the first turn, like you use like a quick attack for the first turn, and the next turn that you before you fight, you're gonna have more speed, and that boosts every turn as long as you can keep building speed. Also, when you evolve Nincada, you're going to be learning a lot of moves right off the bat. If you want any of these moves, definitely keep those in mind. You get Screech, Fury Cutter, and also Double Team, all really good moves. Screech is like Leer, but even better. It lowers defense by 2 instead of 1, so not a bad thing at all. But if you look, instead of just Ninjask right over here, we have a new Pokemon on our party called Shedinja. And this guy is really weird because he's only got 1 HP. And in comparison, our Zigzagoon, who is level 3, has 15 health. This guy, who is level 20, has 1 HP. And he will only ever have 1 HP because that's his whole gimmick. But there's a thing. He only has 1 HP, but with his new ability, Wonder Guard, exclusive to Shedinja, he will only ever get hit by moves that are super effective to it. So Fire, Rock, Flying, Ghost, and Dark will be able to hit this Pokemon. Anything else can do absolutely nothing. So, if you go up to a trainer without any of these moves on any of their Pokemon, they're completely walled off. They can't do anything. Except if maybe you can also be poisoned and burned as Shedinja. That's another way of getting around it. But that's like it. If you are not poisoned or burned, or hit by a fire, rock, flying, ghost, or dark move, then Shedinja's gonna stay up forever. And there's nothing you can do about it. So Shedinja's a really, really fun Pokemon. If we actually check right here, it's actually going to have the same moves as our Ninjask right up here. So any of those moves that it was trying to learn at the end right there when Nikita evolved into Ninjask, it will have the same moves as Ninjask. So keep that in mind if you want any of those moves on this Pokemon Shedinja. It's not at all a bad Pokemon, it's just a very situational Pokemon. If you know Pokemon that have certain moves, you can completely just wall them. Just send them out. Make sure you don't send them out against any Pokemon that are like Ghost, Fire, or Rock types, because they'll instantly knock this guy out. But otherwise, he'll beat everything out. So yeah, if you ever want to know where Shedinja is or wanted to use a Shedinja, just catch Nikita, get it to level 20, and make sure you have one open slot in your party and have one Pokeball. Thank you very much for tuning in on this, and now this is the real end of the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys later.